Hi everyone, today it's Miss Diana and I am going to go over Receptive Letter ID. Now, if you wanted to do Receptive Letter ID in Discrete Trials, you would have to put down 3 different letters, okay? Now, before we go over the Discrete Trials, let's go over on some type of materials that you can use around the house to create these types of materials. With this, I just used flashcards and I wrote all the letters from A to Z in capital letters. Okay, and once your child has mastered capital letters, you can move on to lowercase letters and you can do the same thing. If you don't have any flashcards, if you have some colored paper or construction paper like I do here, you can cut like circles and do the same thing and write the letters down in the paper. Okay, so now let's move on to the discrete trial. Okay, so now this all depends on if you are working on a target letter. If the target letter that you are working on, let's say for example, is A, you would run 10 trials going over the letter A and positioning them in different places of your field here. So you would do a trial with the letter in the target letter in the middle, or with the target letter on the end, or with the target letter in the beginning, and always change your letters. So I would take these letters out and I would use another letters, and I would do the same thing, and I would just switch them out until you get a total of your 10 trials that you need. Okay. And also, when you're doing receptive trials, you want to change your SD that you're giving to your child. So you may want to say, touch A, and they can touch A. Give me A, they could pick up the card and place it in your hand and give you A. Or you can say find A, and they can find A. So you remember, you always want to switch that up, not constantly saying the same thing. Find A, find A, find A. You want to switch it up. Find A, give me A, touch A. Okay? So that's if you are working on a target letter. If you're not working on any target letter and you just want to work on any letter of the alphabet, then you can switch up the letters. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to use letter L. I'll run a basic trial. I would say find letter L, and the child would point to L. If you say to your child find letter L and they do this, then you would do an error correction and you would go hand over hand with your child and you would say this is letter L, and then you would switch it up again, switch up the letters, and then for this purpose I'm just going to use a different letter. I will say give me A, and your child should take it and give it to you in your hands. Good job, that's finding letter A. If you say give me A and your child gives you the wrong letter, then you would go hand over hand and you would say this is giving me A. You can also say, let's switch up the letters. I would say finds F, and they should find F. And if they make an error, you would just go with an error correction and just go hand over hand and just say this is F. And that's how you would run a basic discrete trial on receptive letter ID. Another fun way that you can do receptive letter ID is you can write your letters on cupcake liners. So these are some old cupcake liners that I have. And you would write the letter inside. If you have different colors, like bright different colors or just plain white ones, doesn't matter. This makes it fun and different for your child. You can do fun cupcake liner activities for anything, for letter ID, for number ID. You can use this for sorting, sorting shapes, sorting colors. This is a great activity that you can use cupcake liners. And you would do the same thing with the cupcake liners. You would say to your child, find letter N, and they should find letter N. Or you can say, find letter K, and they should point to letter K. So this is a fun, cute way. You can also use cupcake liners as materials.